I'm Miranda Valentine, editor of the lifestyle blog Everything Sounds Better in French, and today I'm going to show you how to roast potatoes. So it's a really yummy, easy thing to do. Just pop it in the oven, super yummy, and it's just a nice little side dish, whether you want it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Super good. Really easy to do. I have our ingredients all laid out here. I'm doing 2 russet potatoes. These are like a good kind of large russet potato size. These have already been washed. Then I have a half of a teaspoon of salt, a quarter of a teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. When you're roasting potatoes, like if you want to increase this recipe, it's always a good rule of thumb when dealing with like a large baking potato, 1 tablespoon of olive oil per large potato. So we are going to start by cutting these up first. I'm not going to roast them whole. If you had little ones, like those little new potatoes, you could certainly do that. But with these, you're going to want to make them a little bit smaller. So just gonna cut them in half. And then I'm just gonna make these nice little chunks. These nice little bite-sized chunks. Move that over there. So cut this again lengthwise. And then And you know, if you want bigger chunks, you could most certainly do that. This just cooks really quickly. This is a nice, fast way of roasting. Obviously, if you have bigger chunks, it'll take a bit longer to cook, but this cooks in the oven on a baking dish in about a half hour, which is great. So if you're just looking for some nice, quick roasted potatoes, this is the way to do it. But as I said, if you need to do, you know, a larger size, it won't cook through as quickly, and you'll just need to leave it in a little bit longer. Okay, beautiful. So we've got this all set up. Let's put our olive oil in the base here. Same thing with our pepper and our salt. Okay. Add the potatoes in. I'm going to coat them in here. Now, you could certainly just drizzle it over the baking dish, which I have here, but I just find this is a much better way of like really perfectly and completely coating the potatoes. So just get on in there, mix, mix, mix. You could certainly use a spoon, but this is just much faster. So just make sure everything is nice and coated, because you don't want the potatoes to dry out. We won't be covering them. They will be roasting uncovered. So just make sure everything is nice and covered. Okay, great. Now I have this baking sheet that I'm using, and I've covered it in foil. You don't need to do that. I just find that for cleanup, this makes it an absolute breeze. So let's just pop those on, spread them out. So again, the more space they have, if they're not on top of each other, if you're not crowding them, they'll cook even faster. So I have my oven preheating at 425 degrees. Just as a note, most people's ovens are a little bit off, so unless you have a little thermometer that is in there testing it, it may be a bit off, so your cooking times always vary. For this, with these in such small pieces, it's gonna be like 30 to 45 minutes. About 20 minutes in, you wanna check it and flip them, give them like a little stir so both sides can get nice and crispy, and then you'll be good to go. And just keep an eye on it, and anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, they should be golden brown, yummy, ready to go. So we'll check back then. Okay, so it's been about like 32 minutes. You know, one side got nice and crispy, so we flipped them over so you have, you know, they're kind of hot. Like one side that's nice and crispy, the other one that's still soft. You don't want them like totally fried all the way around. But these are gonna be so tasty, mixed with like a nice piece of salmon, kind of anything. Just a really quick, easy way to roast potatoes. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. And if there's something that you want to learn how to make, send me an email at request@mahalo.com. And don't forget to check out our other great videos.